Hey, Dr. Pinesett here, premedproductivity.com, y'all. That's where you need to be for amazing courses from me. And tonight, I'm going to tell you about the absolute worst pre-med mentor or advisor you could ever have, and that will kill your med school dreams. Are you ready for it? Could you guess who it is? Well, who it is? What it is? Guess. Medical students. Yes, I said it. I absolutely said it. Medical students are the worst pre-med advisors or mentors to have. Terrible. And the reason they're terrible is because an attending told me this. I was in the operating room, and he told me there were three types of people. And I'm going to butcher this quote, and you guys can correct me. You can post it in the comment box and tell me the correct quote. But the quote went something like this. He said there's three types of people in the world. He said it's those people who know what they don't know. Wait, it's those people who know what they know. There's those people who know what they don't know, and there's those people who don't know what they don't know. And I butchered that. But medical students fall into, and then he said, oh, sorry, let me rewind. The third person who doesn't know what they don't know is called the fool. And the reason medical students are so bad to have as advisors is because they are the fool. They don't know what they don't know. Oftentimes the medical students they advise from personal experience, and that personal experience comes from working with one student themselves. A lot of times they don't know how they got into medical school. They can't sum it up to the fact that they have a 4.0 GPA and a high MCAT score, right? They don't know how to help you achieve those things. All they can say is get a high GPA, get a high MCAT score. What you need is more concrete advice to actually strategically get there, to understand how medical schools evaluate you and workarounds for possibly potential trip-ups and barriers to you getting into medical school. So I think medical students don't have enough experience to really know what they don't know, and so they say things like, oh, just do this, because that's what I did, right? Who's ever heard that? Oh, my friend did this, you should do that. Oh, blah, 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 right? And they say all these things, but it's all anecdotal, and there's nothing based in strategy or actually having done it and got there with other people, okay? So that's the first problem I really have with them. The other problem I have with them is that they're young, right? And it's extremely empowering to get into medical school. I know when I got into medical school, I felt like I was a doctor already. I felt super smart, and then I got smoked my first year in medical school, right? It was very hard and very difficult, all these things. But these medical students, they've just been empowered, right? Someone told them they were good enough to go to medical school, and this is something they've been working for their whole lives. And so what they have is this false sense of confidence where they feel like they're on top of the world. And they don't want to feel like you. They want to separate themselves from you and make you feel like they're not you. And so what they'll do is pretend like they know something just to feel important, just to feel like they know, just to feel like they're above you. And that is going to sabotage you because you have to have an advisor who will let you know that they don't know. And this is tip number 3 in my how to pick a pre-med advisor or mentor. If you haven't checked out that video and that blog article, check it out. Okay, there's a link below in this comment box that'll get you over to that video. It's how to choose. It's 5 tips for choosing a pre-med advisor or mentor. It's great, but we're talking about the worst one, and that's medical students. And that's part of it, is that they don't have the confidence to say I don't know and to get you to someone who does know. They'll just have you go in the wrong direction, not getting where you want to go. So I heartily advise against pre-med as medical students as your pre-med advisor. And I'm going to tell you guys, right, this is a little bonus tip here. What is the worst medical advice you could ever get? From a medical school panel. I hate, when I hear medical school panels, I cringe. Because now you're putting 10 people, if you're selecting a medical student for a panel, you're making them feel like they're an expert, even though they're not. And then you put 10 of these so-called experts together, and it just snowballs into this cacophony of terribleness. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to that panel, but you get a lot of bad advice. And not only do you get bad advice, you're going to get lots of superficial advice because they don't have the depth to really go in depth and tell you how to do things. And lastly, it's going to be a lot of, oh yeah, I second that, or oh, you know what, I did something different. And so you're going to end up with all these different opinions and no actual way to get to where you want to go. And so I hate medical school panels, and I hate when medical students serve as advisors and mentors. Yes, you can know medical students. Yes, you can ask them for a piece of advice on something that they actually know about, but they shouldn't be one of your primary, like, big picture advisors because they don't have the expertise. All right, if you're looking for more advisement, more coaching, check out my website, premedproductivity.com. Check out the coaching tab. I'm trying to make it so you guys don't need to have a ton of pre-med mentors and advisors by giving you all this great knowledge that's in this brain and putting it into courses. So check out my website, premedproductivity.com, and get yourself in a course today. I have courses that cover all sorts of anything a pre-med or any other college student really would need to be successful. I'm most proud of my MCAT course, How to Dominate the MCAT Without an Expensive Prep Class. Will change the whole way you look at the MCAT and provide a confidence you never had before. You guys asked me for an affordable solution to get you where you wanted to go on the MCAT, and that's what I did in this course. So you guys check that out when you get a chance, and I will see you as always. Oh, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, click that little bell for notifications. That way you can get notified when I go live every Wednesday at 6:30 and other sporadic times throughout the week. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.